Hi, I'm Nave, here with week 3 of the VTSDL Renegades Draft League. So, after last week's loss and the conclusion of that other draft league I was in, I'm locking in a lot more than I have for basically any draft game I've had in the past 2 months. Returning to my old habits where I would play against myself a bunch and continually innovate until I found what I would think is the perfect team, and then also write down all my lines to refer to for a game and during a game and just to get it down in my mind. And I just did that a lot less in my previous draft leagues, both because I felt I didn't need to, and I didn't really get that much benefit out of it because of the weird power levels, but I do now. The power level's lower, it's nicer, a bunch of good stuff, and also this is what my mind wanders to while I'm in class. So looking at this matchup this week, it's against a Golden Goat team with 5-fold Fake Oust and Raichu, Shift Ray, Torcat, Berserker, and Persian, and some good Trick Room mode and some good anti-Trick Room against me in the low base speed Azumarill, the Berserker, and the Imprisoned Trick Room Wordier. And I went, okay, finally I can get that Como out on somebody. Because Como's bulletproof ability combined with Terra will let me wall Golden Go. I resist Make It Rain, I resist. And then I would be immune to Shadow Ball, and then the offensive type matchups Como has into the rest of the team, and my team into theirs is very solid. But there were a lot more weird hiccup obstacles to doing our first set Como setup suites than I expected. So idea 1 was to run physical Dragon Dance Como with a Clear Amulet for Torracat and Wordier, and then run Drain Punch and Fire Punch to sustain myself while I'm sweeping. And if they set up Tailwind, I just do it once more, and so on and so forth. But Azumarill's Water Fairy typing means running a fire move on Como with a stab sucks, and this was a problem in the real Renegades with Primarina, but you have Soundproof there, and you don't have it here. And okay, so I went from there, fine, I'll just change Fire Punch to Thunder Punch, I'll find a better way to hit Golden Go. But they have a Raichu, and Raichu's Lightning Rod would make it so I'd not only be completely walled by Golden Go if they position correctly, if the Raichu Terra Fairy'd, I'd just be double walled, and that sucks. So how do I solve this conundrum? Do I accept the poor matchup into Azumarill and just back overcool to beat it? Do I go with Thunder Punch and find some other kooky way to beat Raichu? And the answer is kind of both, and kind of neither. I'm not running any stabs on Como. I can get them. I'm running Citrus, Clangorous Soul instead of Clear Amulet Dragon Dance, and because what I realized was they have so many fire weeks, I want to click that more than I want to click my actual stabs. And since they don't have any natural dragons, and you don't really want to Terra Dragon in front of a special Como, I don't really have to worry about that weakness to the Fire Electric Stab. So Flamethrower at +1 kills every fire weak. At this speed, I'll outspeed everything after at +1. It doesn't actually OHKO Golden Go, it does 97 at most, or it's a 6.3% chance to OHKO, but I can chip that down quite easily. And then I have this Terra Blast Electric option. So either if I remove Raichu or if it doesn't come, and then having normal Terra Blast does as much damage as Flash Cannon or some of these other coverage moves. He doesn't actually have too many. He's got Hyper Voice, but that's also a normal move. And then I guess Iron Head. But if I don't or I can't Terra, that can be my Azumarill option. And then there's one last little quirk to this Como. It's Soundproof over Bulletproof, which is just a fun little risk I'm allocating myself this week. Because what I figure is when you're a Golden Go against 2 normal type A tiers or Angry Snorlax, you're against an Overquill that you can't hit super effectively with any of your stabs, and then there's a potential bulletproof Como, you just don't bring Shadow Ball. So I'm expecting a Specs Golden Go, in which case they would get a coverage move anyway, or a Nasty Plot Golden Go running Make It Rain, and either Thunderbolt or Power Gem. Thunderbolt is stronger, very good neutrally, but I have 3 Rock weeks and no Electric weeks, so that's probably more likely. Soundproof shields me from both parting shots on their team, as well as giving me immunity to Alluring Voice from Raichu, and I feel those are both more likely to occur than getting Shadow Balled by Golden Go. And of course, I think I'll play Como a bit more conservatively. While I did all this thinking on what the best Como set to run would be, I then went and I built the rest of my team around Hard Trick Room. So we got a Rangaroo. It's the most standard set you can think of. Trick Room, Instruct, Protect. And it's got Shy Shock to hit Grafaiai or Heracross if he has to. He has a Terra that resists Steel and also Azumarill. It's fully invested in Special Defense to maximize my chances of living all the different varieties of modifier Golden Go can stick on its Make It Rain, so it can set up Trick Room. This has a 25% chance to die to Choice specs, Terra Steel, make it rain next to Sphery Steal it. Steely Spirit, but barring that doesn't happen, it will be very consistently able to set up Trick Room for Lurantis. I went back and forth between Snorlax or Lurantis this week. It was a pretty tough decision, because Snorlax is better able to abuse their team's fire and ground weaknesses, especially because I have Earthquake for a spread move. I don't have any spread moves on this team besides that, but like, that puts some unnecessary strain on Oranguru, because now Oranguru has to run either Telepathy, which means it's, you know, it has to be a little more conservative around fake outs, and they'll find that out eventually, or it has to run Terra Flying, and then it can't resist the Steel moves or really anything of value. But Snorlax is vulnerable to both Intimidate and Fake Out, and it can only resolve one of those weaknesses with an item. And normally you can just play better around those types of flaws, and you know, you should, but they have 2 Intimidates and 5 Fake Outs. It doesn't feel like a downside I can just play better around. So I decided to go with Lurantis instead. Cobra Cloak makes both Oranguru and her Fake Out immune, and Contrary is basically Defiant. It's one of the reasons why I traded her away for Braviary. I don't need Protect because the goal is just to spam Superpower and always be attacking, and I've got 4 Protects already. There are 2 downsides to Lurantis over Snorlax. The one being Terra Blast Dollar doesn't give me any defensive benefits, and even with as Instructed doesn't 2 KO Golden Go, even at like no bulk. So I would have to either waste a turn of Trick Room to scout what the Golden Go's Terra is, and Lurantis can't even do that well if it's like Specs because it doesn't have Protect. Or like I make an unsafe call. I instruct knockoff and just hope they don't Terra. Something like that. And like in turn, Superpower not hitting Ghosts means if Goldengo is in the back, it'd be a really good switch into Superpower with very little consequence. I would just waste both my turns on nothing. And like also all of its non-Terra Blast moves are well by Heracross. I did realize the Heracross weakness pretty late into prep. It's sort of tenuous into me. It's very good into Snorlax and Oranguru and some other guys, but like it's very bad into Magmar, it's kind of bad into Komodo, it's bad into Tinkaton, just it's sort of tenuous. And if it does come, I could be in trouble, but I'll just Superpower twice and win anyway. And then the 2 stars of our team that'll probably come here every week. Sash Magmar, otherwise known as Boober. This is one of the few matchups where Magmar is definitively better than Magmortar because the higher speed of Goldengo lets it get away with Sash overheats always. I was like, I kind of hate this Magmar guy. I wish I had Magmortar. But I'm coming around. I think Sash is better than Eviolite in a draft context, and the speed is probably not more valuable than the special attack, or just I don't know. But the plan is to like get a surprise overheat in, and Oko either Berserker or Goldengo. Even Assault Vest Berserker will die to this overheat. And then like leverage my Sash safely to get Lurantis in after I set Trick Room up. Like I overheat probably Berserker, and then maybe the Goldengo gets me down to Sash, and then I do Follow Me, go into Lurantis, or kill Goldengo, and then I Follow Me, or something like that. And then like it has Roar to get out Wordier so it can imprison Trick Room me, and like I guess I could also get some setup Goldengos or like get up a Belly Drum Azumarill away from me. I don't think that's happening. I don't really see the point of Taunt or Wisp here when I have the overheat option because it's more accurate, well, in Wisp's case. But I did realize something around here, which is I was tunnel visioning on Specs Goldengo a little too much. I figured Moldbranker on Tinkaton discouraged it from coming in the first place, but I've had the same matchup before in PSDL. Didn't stop them. So I figured I should consider it anyway, and Nasty Block Goldengo is very good into this. A lot of my lead plans are to just double protect and burn the fake out, assuming that they don't have any setup, or their setup is Tailwind, which I don't care about, and like then I'll figure something out. But that only works if Goldengo spends the first turn attacking instead of setting up. And because Nasty Block Goldengo is a pretty consistent Trickermancer, especially if it tears out of that fire weakness, it feels pretty reasonable to bring it. You can also like boost past Komodo's Clangor as Soul Boost with good enough support. So obviously I bring Tinkaton, right? I'm always going to bring Tinkaton. But my problem is Tinkaton can't Encore Goldengo into Nasty Plot if I set up Trick Room. And she doesn't have the move slots to fit both Encore and Protect. So I could like, you know what that would have done. So I set up Room Service Tinkaton because at -1 at this speed I'll be 1 point under 0 speed, 31 EVs, no speed lowering Goldengo. Then I encore into Nasty Plot, and that creates a switch opportunity for Lurantis. The downside is that the number I have to beat outspeed Goldengo is 1 below Torracat max speed. So on a Torracat lead, I'm probably outsped and outfaked out by it, which could have some unfortunate side effects or consequences. And like, even though she's mostly for Plot Gold, he can also answer Specs Gold. It's got Terra Blast to block Fake Out, and it can knock off to nerf Gold's damage output for Trick Room setup, and also stop tricking it to force me to do Trick Room again. I got the Instruct Gigaton Hammer gimmick to probably kill everything neutral to Steel, Azumarill, or Frisk Wordier. Unlike Boober, it's kind of screwed over by Jump Pluff, and Intimidate Wordier was pretty high consistency, so I only really plan to lead Tinkaton if I'm down. I'm going to test the waters of Magmar, bring in Tinkaton if I think it'll work. And then lastly, Overquill. The job here is just to be the cleanup for either mode, Como or Trick Room, because Unintimidated Life Forward Poison Jab will Oko no Terra Azumarill, and the same applies for no Terra Goldengo. And it'll at least do half, even if they have Terra, Poison Dark, hits everything neutrally, that's fine. Aqua Jet lets me pick something off on their Trick Room, or if Tailwind is up if I get my sequence wrong or get outplayed. And then Intimidate is nice for Berserker and Azumarill, but hardly a necessity. Nothing special, really. Even these sets are like this. I think a lot of these sets have some thought put into them. This one doesn't. This one does. This one doesn't. Okay. This one does. This one lives a life forward Berserker like Iron Head. But these ones. Okay. Most of these EV spreads are very unthoughtful. But we're gonna keep them the same. No point in changing them now. And then what else? I had a fun idea where I wanted to do Wide Guard Shield Dust Frostmoss. So I would Wide Guard to block Make It Rain, and then Rangaroo could take any hit from Berserker, or it would fake out the Frostmoss, thinking I'm gonna do Instruct Quiver Dance or something, and then if they killed Frostmoss, knew I would Wide Guard, I would get a free switch. And if it didn't, I could Terra Blast Ground and then use Frostmoss as an impromptu sweeper. But I felt that was a little too weak to Aqua Jet from Azumarill, and even just Azumarill in general. So I would have used Terra Blast Ground, it's weak to ground. And then also, if they knew or they didn't lead Goldengo, they could just double up into it. And I'd have to burn Terra so a Rangaroo could live, and then Frostmoss can any Steel or Fire types that's most of the team. Or you'd have to use non-stat Giga Drain on Azumarill, and that would really suck. I had to ditch that, but I wish I could have used it. It was cute. But that's the whole team and the 7th member. So I want to discuss what I'm scared the most of here. I'm put a little bit more thought into that than I have, again, all these past draft games. I don't want to go through every little line I've written down for, but individual Pokemon I'm the most worried about is Min Speed, Brave, Berserker, and Azumarill with offensive items hit. So with boosting items like Iron Plate, Life Orb, Mystic Water. But they would hit a Rangaroo before an Instruct and probably kill it. They both have knockoff. Because that would be annoying, and because if they don't bring Tailwind, there's no reason not to do that, and you're very slow anyway. Encore Lurantis can give... Encore Grafia can give Lurantis a lot of problems. It locks into Superpower next to a Unterra Goldengo. And even if it's probably Sash, if it has Sash, you can Super Fang or Knockoff or Gunshot on my Tinkaton leads. That would be really annoying. It could probably kill Rangaroo. And then really bulky Wisp Torracat Burning Lurantis would suck too. I think Torracat is very good into me, even disregarding that little speed interaction. And then the auto loses, I haven't been putting in what's on it, the auto loses that I have. Magmar and a Rangaroo lead should only auto lose to, again, double protecting on a Plot Goldengo. I solved that by Terra Ghost. Overheating, again, I got that wrong if they just Terra Water turn 1. Or I guess I could just attack the Berserker, we'll figure it out when we get there. And if I make some bad switches that get Lurantis killed when I set up Trick Room, or if they have Volts with Raichu, or something with their Parting Shot that does something nasty to me, they could do fast manual pivot into Berserker when I don't expect it and kill me. That would suck. The list of what Tinkaton and Rangaroo loses to is much larger. It should pretty much always lose to Intimidate Wordier, and Sleep Powder Jump Puff is a crapshoot based on accuracy. And if they're slower fake out guys, because the fake out interactions are the 3 faster than me. Persian, who I don't think will come good, Persian's bad. Raichu, which is good and should come. Torracat, which is faster than me due to circumstance, but they probably will think is slower. And then Berserker and Shiftry. If one of the slower guys has a Covert Cloak, or even, I guess even one of the faster guys can, or just Terra Ghost and then double up into Oranger, that would really suck next to Gholdengo. So ideally we'd only take a ton. We don't want to lead that. That's kind of our last resort, even if I love the room service tech. That's it. It's game time. I hope we were going to run it from last set. I hope this work pays off. All of this work paid off in Season 5, so let's see if it pays off again. Don't like that Heracross. Don't like that Heracross at all. This is about what I expected. No Raichu, which does open up Cromwell very significantly, very significantly. We're going to go with this, and this. We have made no errors in our team picking. The like freeze eye thing where you pick what you do. We're going to Terra Ghost. We're going to do Terra Ghost Overheat, and we're going to do Trick Room. Do that. Good. Right, focus, not telepathy. I don't know why he assumed I was. Kind of funny. Kind of a funny thing to assume. But I didn't get to find out any information at all regarding that. Yep, Encore, fine with me. We're just going to Superpower. I mean, I guess you do that, so I guess no, we still Superpower. Because what, everything here is weak to it. Any Terrid. There's no tricks left. There's no super effectivenesses to be there. I guess it is kind of bad, but we'll just hit it. We still got the Overcall in the back. Very, very fast start though. Very, very nice. So they can just hit the Grafai. They should be scared of Leaf Blade. They don't know about the item on the learn. Okay, we're just saying stuff. We're saying to just saying stuff. We're in a winning position. We just ride this out and we'll be fine. We did. We got every turn right. Rain Dance does not bother me. Yep. This fucking Grafai doesn't have Protect, and we do that again. My Sash is incredible. Yep, can't encore me. Die. Back to you. We instruct, and we Leaf Blade. And Covert Cloak activated. Zoop. We instruct. Superpower. Oh, forfeit. That's not good. Not supposed to do that here. So we can do much the same thing. We can do something different. I don't know. The Rain Dance. GG. The Rain Dance kind of implies that I shouldn't bring Como, or at least like that's a very good answer to the Flamethrower. But I'm not gonna do that again. We're gonna repeat the same. I'm gonna repeat the same thing. I think they will bring Heracross though, which is a little concerning. But with Sash and everything else, I think we should be fine. You have Tinkaton? I think we can do the Tinkaton thing. We can do Tinkaton, because what did they reveal? They didn't really reveal anything that makes Tinkaton look difficult. So they'll do Grafai and then the Gholdengo. You do Grafai. Good, like, I think you do Grafai, Gholdengo, and then you Rain Dance so I can overheat it. Then you, like, knock off, and then I Mental Herb, and then something good happens. No, I think even... No, I'm not going to do that. That's a little bit... That's a little too much over adjustment. That's a little too much over adjustment. That's a lot of adjustment I don't need. We'll do the same thing. Because even if it is Gholdengo, like... And then when I have to consider the Heracross, and if I think they're going to bring Heracross, I can't really do something. I can't bring a guy that kind of gets beat up a hair across. I think if anything, I think I might even be wrong. I think here you kind of bring the Toracat or something else. Azumarill and Grafaiai, kind of what I expected. Not gonna lie. I think we just switch out here. And just switch out. There's no reason we can't switch out here. But like that, they do the water move. They do. Actually, let's calc. We don't know what the. Do we know what the Azumarill's item is from this game? We don't. What did it do? We know it. Yeah, we didn't glean any interesting information, right? But if we'll just assume this is a Mystic Water in Rain, Philorantis will do like 50. So I think we'll just do this. And it's Terra Water. It did do Pounce. I mean, thank you. And then they Encore me, and then I was like, well, because it's still slower. Oh, no, it's 38. That is kind of heat. I mean, yeah, because I didn't do anything. I just Superpower and Protect. Yeah, I'm not doing that. You know, and then we Superpower again. And I guess we kind of stay in, right? Because they have to Encore. And then we I think we Superpower, and then we I guess we still can't really instruct. They can't attack me. This is a pickle. I think the Superpower is worth it for whatever's in on the next side, right? Yeah. And we just Psyshock the Golden Go. Oh, they didn't. They didn't Trick Room. They didn't do the thing. Huh. Okay, that's odd. Oh, yeah, that was odd. Yeah, Azumarill kind of gets me, but that's fine. We Leaf Blade on the Instruct, and then we just Psyshock. Yeah. We Leaf Blade here, we Protect here. Like, you just Aqua Jet me and I die. We go into you. Protect. And we Psyshock. We Overheat here on the assumption that it kills. And then we, I guess we Poison Jab. I don't even know. Bad Jokes did Protect. I think we Overheat on the assumption it kills, and then we Follow Me and we throw. Ah. We Follow Me and we Throat Chop. Yeah, that's bad. Oh, it's Damp Rock. It's Damp Rock Grafaiai. Okay. That's interesting. Well, now we can't win from here. So that's not good. Because they Aqua Jet and then they do some crazy move with the Heracross, yeah. Unless the Heracross is real weak. Yeah, okay, that's not happening. Alright. How do we adjust for game 2? We adjust for game 2 by... We do the Tinkaton thing, right? We just do the Tinkaton thing. Gee, now is the time to do the Tinkaton thing. I didn't... Because, like... Is Azumarill the right choice here? I mean, not just that. Is Kommo-o the right choice here? Have I seen enough to justify bringing Kommo-o? Let me see. What does at +2? At +1 to Azumarill. Aqua Jet does nothing. +1 Terra Blast. +1 Terra Blast I will kill. I think we do this. Ooh, wait, no, that is bad, because if they do the Pounce... and then the... Okay, what happens if I Terra Water? If I Terra Ghost the Magmar, I'm not in Rain. I still die. So that is a pretty big problem that I can't do the Kommo-o. Well, and because then they'll just get me into Encore. But now it's Damp Rock now, so I don't have anything to worry about with regards to the Trick Room. I just do this, because I can't bring Como up because of the Encore. Do that, and then I Trick Room. Or, I don't even do that. I do this. Do I do that? Is that stupid? No, I do this. Because no, I give it advantage for nothing. I have to pick out Trick Room. And then I just have to like let it die, I guess. What should this do to Grafai Eye? Doesn't kill Grafai Eye. Yeah, I have to. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. What? Yeah, that's totally fine. There we go. We knock off. Eye shock. Get me? I know I die here. Knock off. Specs is gone. Boy Blitz is gone. I live. Stellar. Superpower. Destruct. Now we should have this. There should be nothing that can stop this. Because you switch out on the Golden Go here. Good. Attack. Struct. And then we should just have this. It shouldn't be anything. It can Encore me into Superpower so I can't Leaf Blade, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to attack the Grafai Eye. They can Aqua Jet. Yep. Doesn't change a thing. Let's find out what's the deal with this Azumarill speed. It is indeed not min speed. GG. Let's go. I'm so happy that Room Service Tankathon got to do something. That was good. Seeing it was Stamp Rock was pretty good in this game. I think there was a moment I played a little too silly. In what moment? What moment did I play a little too silly? I got a little too silly on this turn with the Magmar thing. I got a little lucky, because when I assumed they Encored, I should have played for not Encoring, right? I should have attacked the Golden Go. So that was it. I'm glad I learned, just got something. I'm glad Root Service Tankathon got to do something. That was a good game. And here's to many more wins.